Live your life as an exclamation rather than an explanation. Truth is ever to be found in the simplicity, and not in the multiplicity and confusion of things. What we know is a drop, what we don't know is an ocean. If I have seen further than others, it is by standing upon the shoulders of giants. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. In the absence of any other proof, the thumb alone would convince me of God's existence. I can calculate the motion of heavenly bodies, but not the madness of people. No great discovery was ever made without a bold guess. Atheism is so senseless. When I look at the solar system, I see the Earth at the right distance from the Sun to receive the proper amounts of heat and light. This did not happen by chance. Tact is the art of making a point without making an enemy. Gravity explains the motions of the planets, but it cannot explain who sets the planets in motion. My powers are ordinary, only my application brings me success. He who thinks half-heartedly will not believe in God, but he who really thinks has to believe in God. As a blind man has no idea of colors, so we have no idea of the manner by which the all-wise God perceives and understands all things. If I am anything, which I highly doubt, I have made myself so by hard work. Truth is the offspring of silence and meditation. A man may imagine things that are false, but he can only understand things that are true, for if the things be false, the apprehension of them is not understanding. If I have ever made any valuable discoveries, it has been due more to patient attention than to any other talent. Physics, beware of metaphysics. If others would think as hard as I did, then they would get similar results. Plato was my friend. Aristotle is my friend, but my greatest friend is the truth. God created everything by number, weight, and measure. I consider my greatest accomplishment to be lifelong celibacy. This most beautiful system of the sun, planets, and comets could only proceed from the counsel and dominion of an intelligent and powerful being. I have a fundamental belief in the Bible as the Word of God, written by those who were inspired. I study the Bible daily. You have to make the rules, not follow them. I shall not mingle conjectures with certainties. Nature is pleased with simplicity, and nature is no dummy. It is the perfection of God's works that they are all done with the greatest simplicity. He is the God of order and not of confusion. And therefore, as they would understand the frame of the world, must endeavor to reduce their knowledge to all possible simplicity, so must it be in seeking to understand these visions. trials are medicines which our gracious and wise physician prescribes because we need them, and he proportions the frequency and weight of them to what the case requires. Let us trust his skill and thank him for his prescription. It is the weight, not numbers of experiments, that is to be regarded. To myself, I am only a child playing on the beach, while vast oceans of truth lie undiscovered before me. I can measure the motion of bodies, but I cannot measure human folly. The folly of interpreters has been to foretell times and things by this prophecy, as if God designed to make them prophets. By this rashness, they have not only exposed themselves but brought the prophecy also into contempt. The design of God was much otherwise. He gave this and the prophecies of the Old Testament, not to gratify men's curiosities by enabling them to foreknow things, but that after they were fulfilled they might be interpreted by the event, and his own providence, not the interpreter's, be then manifested thereby to the world. No being exists or can exist which is not related to space in some way. God is everywhere, created minds are somewhere, and the body is in the space that it occupies, and whatever is neither everywhere nor anywhere does not exist, and hence it follows that space is an effect arising from the first existence of being, because when any being is postulated, space is postulated. I know not how I seem to others, but to myself I am but the small child wandering upon the vast shores of knowledge, every now and then finding a small bright pebble to content myself with, while the vast ocean of undiscovered truth lay before me. Sir Isaac Newton was asked how he discovered the law of gravity. He replied, "By thinking about it all the time." An object that is at rest will tend to remain at rest. An object that is in motion will tend to remain in motion unless acted upon by an outside force.